Earlier this week, with the big class, we were talking about common mistakes with handgun disarms. And I see a lot of Steven Seagal kind of stuff being taught to police officers where they go here, grab this, and then all this stuff, they peel it out, they have the weapon. I don't like it. I don't. The reason I don't like this is the second I do this, what's he going to do? Pull the trigger, most of the time, even if it's an accident. Bang! That was so much easier. So I go, here, bang! If somebody's standing over there,
Who's dead?
we shot. So what I tell everybody is, that's usually why I teach how to shoot before I teach gun disarms. Once you know how the weapon works, you understand more on the effectiveness on how to disarm it. For instance, for anybody that shoots handguns knows the fundamentals is grip, trigger control, sight alignment, and muzzle awareness, right? Grip, trigger control, sight alignment, muzzle awareness. Muzzle awareness. Don't point the weapon at nothing you don't want to be, killing. That just doesn't go whenever I have a weapon, it's whenever I'm disarmed. I don't want the muzzle to go anywhere, that can kill something that I don't want killed. So, I don't like this, and I don't like this. Because now I have to rely on my skill to be able to go here, punch this in, and get a good wrist lock. There's too much, that can go wrong. It goes bang. He could kick me or punch me before I, get this grip in. If I do it all at once, here, I have a two-way motion now that I have to do. So it's going to go like 1, 2, into the takedown. So what I prefer, and then another thing I see a lot of time too, is people will hit the back of the hand and chop in here, go wham, and get this on. I see Steven Seagal, one of these, do it all the time. The problem with that is,
There's a lot of it in Taekwondo.
if I squeeze his tendons here, what happens?
Squeeze.
It pulls his fingers in, right? So the problem, if I go like this, bang! If it shoots me, or bang, shoots somebody behind me. Once again, muzzle awareness. So another thing I see a lot is people go, especially cross people, they go here, here, and then they come back here, and then they disarm. The problem with that, once again, what happens when you attack the head? Body goes back. So if he's here, I go, bam! What just happened? Now, chances are, whenever I do this, bang, it goes off, and I just jammed the weapon. But if it didn't go off, it may go off here. I don't want to do that, okay? So, what I like to do is just a functional disarm, okay? First thing I want to do is muzzle awareness, right? Down at an 45-degree angle. Unless there's a miner underground, I don't have to worry about that shooting somebody, right? I always want my finger on the trigger well. Trigger control. Muzzle awareness all at once. If it goes off, cool. If it doesn't, that's fine. The second thing is sight alignment, right? So if I do trigger control, muzzle awareness, and sight alignment all at once here, I have two hands on this. Even if he does try to pull, I have control. All right? Even if he comes forward, I still have control. I have this, pretty well maintained. So all at once is here. From here, I just go ahead, distract or whatever, and rip it out. Okay, so he grabs it. I go, bam! I don't have to kick. All I have to do is come straight up and pull. Now, the muscle here is this hand. I'm grabbing the sight and pulling. Pulling is always going to be stronger than pushing. With them together, it's unstoppable. So, hey man, I didn't know she was your wife. Here. From here, I will usually stick it right back in my hand and chamber another round. Because if it did go off, this is a semi-automatic weapon, bang! I just jammed this weapon. I rip it out here, chamber it, and now I have it in a high retention, and I'm moving which way? This way. So now if he, rushes on me, I have this to stop the fight. Now, a lot of people say, well, he's unarmed and all this. Well, it's still a life or death situation. You're fighting over a weapon. Okay? So I'd rather have that for me than anything. But we're going to use our big boy words anyway. The gun's here. Hey man, whatever. And another thing I see is, I don't want your hands to come up from here. The second I flinch, bam, I'm dead. Right? Bam. If I'm here, I do this, that's fine. But I want my hands moving. Moving hands are harder to gauge. That's why a lot of boxers, they will do this kind of stuff, because you don't know when that hand's going to come. That's why Bruce Lee would always, come in here.
Shadow.
It's just like whenever you're boxing, that jab should always come from underneath because it's not an illusion. So he has that gun here. I'm moving. My muscles are already in motion. So here's already, there. So here, hands are already moving. Hey man, I'm sorry, verbalizing. And then you rotate your body while you push this down, and you're catching it at the same time. Now for kata, if you do any katas that go from here to here, like Nahanchi or whatever, whenever I do this, I'm rotating to end up in this position. But either way, it's going to be here. Hey man, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Bam, bam, here, chamber the round, get down on the ground, get down on the ground! Okay? And the chances that I get shot or I cause somebody else to get shot are a lot slimmer. So once again, slow. Hey man, I'm sorry. I don't want to stare at him either. Chances are, if somebody has a gun, I'm going to have tunnel vision. It's going to be focused here anyway. That's fine. Hey man, because I don't want to stare at him. Oh, you're going down, dude. I don't want him intimidated. A lot of people don't like you staring at them because they don't want to be able to be, sketched out or whatever. So, hey man, I'm sorry. I'm going to reach for my wallet here. Chamber it, back up, use your words to take him down, okay? It sure as hell beats having to go, 1, 2, oh crap, I just shot myself in the face by accident, whatever.
Yeah.
Sure as hell beats here, bam, bam. But we have everything from grip, trigger, muzzle awareness, everything, all here. Okay? Does that make sense? Any questions about that?